Oh, and here we are live with some more Pokemon Scarlet. Yesterday, we spent some time trying to shiny hunt Veluza and Hisuian Basculin. Veluza went horrendously. I think it might have been one of the worst, if not the worst shiny hunt I've ever had. I had 2 failed attempts, once because I was flying and it spawned in and immediately despawned, another because I got stun locked into 2 Veluza fights back to back and it wandered off screen and disappeared. Neither of which would have happened if I was on a Switch 2, but that's besides the point. And then we did get a Basculin. So we need 2 more, or yeah, at least 2 more. We got a female one, so we just need a male one. Outbreak of Marie. But yeah, I think Basculin. So pretty much what we need is I want to get the titled Psyduck, which I've sort of been saving for last. And then 1 Phoebus, probably 2 Basculin. We're kind of just seeing if we can get a good area for him. And I should probably poke my head by Lapras, just in case we get like a incredible spawn for it, just for funsies. But okay, it looks like we're gonna be looking over here. Let's take a look at these 2 areas, see how good or bad they look. Unfortunately, Basculin is pretty difficult to notice the shiny. I don't think it's quite as bad as Slowpoke, but it's pretty difficult. So we'll have to see how that plays out. I mean, these spots don't inherently seem terrible. I could technically do it from up here, but that's not going to work for Basculin. It could work for Phoebus. So we wouldn't do it there. We'd probably do it over here. Assuming I'm able to do it here. Because, yes, in theory, seems like a good spot. Ooh, not good. It's not gonna work, is it? Damn it. Hello, welcome. This is so close to a good spot. I think it's the lighting. Yeah, okay. Just checking. Yeah, the dawn and dusk lighting can be really tricky with the Basculins. Because one of the easiest ways to tell it's shiny is if it has like yellow fin, or like yellow-ish fins. There's no way this spot works then either, huh? Oh, it's so close to a good spot. Okay, well, the other thing then I'm curious about. I'm doing good, how are you? I guess speaking of how I'm doing now that I think about it, I'm worried I might be getting sick, unfortunately. I had a bit of a sore throat today, which usually is the indicator that I'm about to get sick, which I don't like. I mean, who likes being sick? Hopefully it's a false alarm, but if I don't end up streaming tomorrow, or for like I take a few days break, we'll know why. Hopefully it won't be an issue though. But we'll see, you know, it's just the lighting. We'll see. Maybe it's a false alarm. I'm hoping it is. We'll have to see. I know last time I got sick, it was when I just started Legend ZA. Yeah, I had just started Legend ZA, and my voice got really tired on stream really quickly. So I'm curious to see how my voice holds up for this stream too. So we'll see. It's only a 2-hour stream, and I'm not reading a bunch of dialogue like I would in the beginning of a game, which could also have contributed to that. But we'll see. Yeah, I don't think either of these spots are going to work for us, unfortunately. I mean, they're not like They're not horrendous, but I think we could do better. You know, I ended up getting interrupted with the shiny hunt for a while because of the one cable issue, and I might get interrupted again, unfortunately. We'll see what happens though. Pokemon Remover, Roselia, Crawdon, and Mightyena. I mean those track, because we're kind of in like the mid-tier Pokemon now, right? From the removing. This functions. I think we can do better though. I know we've done better. I mean, there's only so many spawns these outbreaks can occur in. Yeah, I'm not vibing with it. One other thing that would be interesting to test. Hang on. Why are my headphones increasing in volume? What is happening? What? Okay, they just went from 20 to 100. Hang on. What was that? Okay, I think I really need to replace this cable. Yeah, like lower mid-tier makes sense. Hopefully that didn't blow out the sound. That was very strange. Hang on. Why did you just do that? Okay. Just suddenly. Let's see, can I hear things? Yeah, well, everything is problems these days. I think we're fine. Hang on, actually, maybe things are quiet. Give me one. Let me fiddle for a sec. Only 60 more Pokemon hours. Start my run. I'll keep track of all of them. Nice, nice. Cause yeah, my only other idea here is to do like a fly shenanigan, almost like I would in ZA. Although I have to land, like I can't be flying for that to occur. So it gets a little awkward. Like, it sucks because this is a genuinely pretty good spot. Why are they all going down instantly? Huh? Okay, whatever. I think I'm just gonna try for a new one. We'll get there eventually. We just gotta find the right spot. Boom. Even in the smaller decks, which are doing the bottom half, still gets you at least a few dozen. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, I think that Phoebus spot is really good. The Basculin spot... probably less so. I think the area is just really laggy. I can do a quick check, though. And I could be wrong about Phoebus, but I think that's where we hunted the first shiny Phoebus we got. This could be a pretty decent spot, all things considered. Why are they all immediately sinking down? Huh. I'm willing to test this, though. Yeah, I think I'd... Why are they behaving like... What are they doing? Okay, well, this is not that good anyway, but... Why are they doing that? Because normally they do that when they get scared. Because like people like Tropius and Mightyena, just in terms of like enjoyment of the Pokemon or like using them in game. Okay, let's try. Let's see what the other, just out of curiosity. I guess I could keep an eye out for Psyduck in case we get like a really good spot for it, but it's not the plan right now. Yeah, I think if Lapras isn't like right next to spawn here, or like in the middle area, I don't think I care. Because as I said, we already have a shiny Lapras. It's just sort of like if it works out, like the enjoyment of the Pokemon. I mean, it makes sense. Mightyena makes sense. Yeah, it's an early game Pokemon and it's a dog, and people like dogs. think Tropius just has a fun design. It has a nice balance of like silly and cool. I mean, I don't hear like a ton of talk about him, but I mean, I'm not surprised people like him. I think it's basically the spot we had before. Do like a test run or two, but I think this should work perfectly fine. Cause yeah, so I'm debating if I even do, I don't know if I do a 3-star water thing. If I have nothing else like prepped and ready to go, we only need 1. We're better off with just the level 1. Even if it means we don't get that title boost. Let's see. I also found out the survey that was done back when Sun and Moon were the most recent games. Money SMA was in the top dozen most used in Home, which surprised me given the performance. I mean, I don't think it's like terrible. It's just not good. I think it just makes sense as an early game Pokemon that a lot of people end up using it. Why am I getting questionable spawns here? One thing I didn't try is if I go further to the right, if that is actually, like, I get too close and doesn't spawn things over there. It can only spawn within, like, a certain distance of the player. These are not that impressive of numbers. To be fair, we got a little unlucky with the spawns behind us. Oh, come on. There's plenty of space. Oh, boy. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, there's always gonna be stuff spawning behind us. This isn't terrible. My theory about things spawning in the corner is, I'd say, pretty accurate. Just sucks I have to kind of go back a bit more than I'd like. I mean, Arbok Sillywood's one of the least used in Kanto. That's fair. I mean, but Mighty N is literally the first route, or Poochyena is literally the first route. I mean, it's one of the 2 Pokemon you see early on, and it is on, like, every route. So it just kind of makes sense that it's more likely to get used. Okay, I think we just start auto-battling. I think it's worth running. Let's pull out Kilowatt Rule again, because that was working pretty good when we were auto-battling stuff. Oh, wait. Let me move you over here. Oh, whoops. Let's try that again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going a little awkwardly right now. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1's under the water, 13, 14, reset, 14. Also not gonna be caught kind of early in the games, but basically at the bottom, but that's what. Well, and I think also partially it's kind of in a weird spot. Like the player isn't forced to encounter unknown, basically. Well, like you're pretty much guaranteed at some point to encounter a Poochyena in the wild early in the game. 15, 16, 17. No, that was kind of a bad group. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. Okay, or not. There's still 24. Oh, they're not making this easy. 25. 26. 27. The lag is not helping. 27. Alright. Watch Dogs early in combat, not a lot of people use that because Watch Dogs actually dislike. Well, yeah, I think part of it, like if we just think of it in like the most basic of senses, a lot of people have attachment to dogs. And what even is Watchog? 28. 29. It's like a weasel or something. A rat. I don't think people have as much attachment to the animal type. 30. 31. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. Oh my, the lag is really rough. So 37. Kirby is decent on how many people use it and how, but it's a dinosaur. Yeah, what I think. Yeah, I think it has that nice blend of kind of cool, kind of cute. And I think it just has a more interesting typing. So I think that helps it. 38. 39. 40. Plus, it's like it's good enough to use. 41. 42. So, you know, it's not like unfun to use. 43. 44. 45. 45. 46. 47. I guess I should be beating up those other guys to get more Phoebus to spawn. 48. I just feel mean. 49. 49. Okay, well that was awkward. 49. What's happening here? 50, 51, 52, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 59. Hello, Bally World. 59. Hang on. Okay, I grabbed none of those hidden items. $60, we're gonna do a few extra. 61. 62. 3. Couple more, okay. Tyrantrum is popular in Kalos, which makes sense. It's literally a T-Rex. Yeah, it's a cool Pokemon. It's got the design of that, you know, makes anyone who liked any boy who liked dinosaurs as a child giddy. Like 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's go get a thingamabob. The early birds are usually among the most used. I mean, makes sense. Anything that's in the early game, I think, is very likely to get used, especially if it's like an identifiable animal that people like. Just makes sense. Doesn't really matter if they're that good or not. But it does help that the 3-stage birds are at least usually pretty good, at least. I mean, I think the 2-stage normal types are a little bit more inconsistent with how good they are. But I mean, even then, like, I feel like you look at, like, I don't know, Raticate or Linoon, I feel like both of them can very much hold their own, even into the late game. Like, they're obviously not the best option, but you can definitely use them without, like, too many issues. Alright, so we just need one more Phoebus. This will be for my Lodic. I guess I'm pretty sure I want to catch you in a quick ball, but I will double check. Right, and we're going over this way. Hi. Oh, you want to battle me? I thought you were just saying hello. People know what letting is, but that's not commonly used. That's fair. I mean, I think the bugs tend to get used less because people know that they're usually not that good. And I think probably people are less attracted to, like, bugs just in general, even if you know it's a ladybug. Also, when do you even catch Ladybug? The fact that I don't know is just, like, the most Gen 2 thing ever. never know where anything is in Johto. Heracross is a bug that is quite popular. No, I mean, there's obviously exceptions. I'm not saying it's a rule that, you know, is universal. Just more of the typical, I think, response. I mean, yeah, same way, like, people like Scyther and Scissor and Pinsir. And I think, though, those are bugs that look cooler, and they're also later games, so they're at least, they're significantly better than, like, the early game bugs. So... And yeah, I mean, depending on when we get the Phoebus, I might go just, like, auto-battle a bunch of Basculin or something, just to see if I get lucky. I think that's just gonna... It's gonna be faster to auto-battle them. So... I wonder if I should stop moving forward. Like, I do it to try to get a better view. But that might cause Pokemon to spawn in the back corner. So... it looks like the Swanna is like a guaranteed spawn. It didn't really change anything. It actually might have made more Pokemon show up. There's a tiny Feebas in there. I guess while I'm doing this, I should turn around on the off chance. There's a shiny behind me. Eventually, Volcaronoscopia and Lemonade at least have some popularity as well. Yeah. They're also all a little bit later in the game to obtain, so... I think the issue is primarily with early bug types. Okay. I feel like I probably should sit in one spot, but... At this point, I kind of like running up so I can get a better view. Living and Scolipede are still pretty early, but they're actually good. Yeah, that definitely helps. Is not having the two-stage bug type, early game bug type, you know, stat pool, or stat line and move pool. Ooh. Okay. Oh. Looks like we're staying closer to this side. Okay, it's kind of annoying, not gonna lie. Well, what can you do about it? You're working within the confines of the situation. I probably need to just find a spot and stand still, even if it's gonna be harder to see him. Roll. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think we should just, like, tweak our positioning slightly for a bit. Yeah, it's so easy for them to kind of be, like, in a spot in the rocks that I can't see. You know, there's two there. Okay, I mean, I can... Okay. The rest of the first gen 6 early bugs are weak statistically. Butterfree and Vivian of status, and Dust Eggs predict for Norman, so they're good. Yeah, I mean, I think that they're good for more experienced players. I think a lot of new players aren't going to be using statuses that much or that effectively, so... Yeah, I think experienced players have the ability to get value out of them. Okay. Yui. I'm gonna fiddle my position slightly here. Just to see if that helps in any way. Kind of like, what's spawning on the left, what's spawning on the right. How many non-Phoebus are spawning? Even bad early bugs are at least better than some Pokemon due to availability. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, they're definitely convenient in a lot of ways, in a lot of situations. Because, you know, they're easy to get, they're easy to catch, they're easy to find, they're easy to evolve. Multitude of factors. Okay. I mean, if I don't get anything at all during this, I'll reset, but I only need to get one thing to justify this. Like, even if I'm at like 5 minutes remaining, I'm not going to reset to min-max this. Because, I mean, ideally when we're going for Bastion, we're just using a water sandwich. As much as you could say Ledian's bad, it's true, give me a Ledian over Delibird every time. I mean, Delibird, I think it depends, because some of the later gens, Delibird actually gets at least decent moves, at the very least. I think in the earlier games, its move pool is also just like ass, on top of having an ass stat line. Which, like, you gotta have, like, one or the other, at least. You gotta either have a good move pool or a good stat line in order to be, like, decently viable. And I feel like most Pokemon cover one of those categories. Definitely not all of them. I mean, there's a fair share of them that don't. But yeah, Pokemon's gotta have something going for it. Ooh, see me. I have to try to make sure I get a good night's sleep tonight. Yes, I am sick. And if I am, you could probably expect no stream for the next few days. Unfortunately for me, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Counting my chickens before they hatch a little bit. Seeking's not very popular, which makes sense because you have all these cool and strong water types in every game, and you choose to use Seeking. Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, even in Gen 1, yeah, you get more interesting options. I feel like. You know, I feel like Slowbro kind of does like the doofy, goofy vibes better. Same with Slowpoke. Magikarp and Gyarados are, Gyarados is just really good. And a cool Pokemon. Starmie is just really versatile. I mean, even Golduck, like, I think just Psyduck's just a popular Pokemon. So it gets overshadowed by a lot of things. I mean, I kind of like it. It's goofy. I ended up using it in a Let's Go Pikachu playthrough, and it definitely held its own enough, but there's nothing really that remarkable about it, unfortunately. But hey, I guess the cool Pokemon wouldn't be cool if there weren't less cool Pokemon. Oh, yeah, Lapras is really good. Plus, you get just a guaranteed one in Fire Red, Leaf Green. So that also, I think, helps with usability whatnot. Blastoise is water cannons on its back and it's a star. Yeah, I completely skipped over Blastoise. And I feel like even Poliwrath is probably a little bit more interesting. It's a second typing. You know, Poliwag's cute. Porygon's an evolution, yep. I mean, there's just a lot of water. You get the fossils, which are just, you know, they feel rare because of them being fossils. Plus, you know, Tentacruel's everywhere in the water, and Tentacruel's pretty itself. Yeah. I mean, the only thing I can think of is that I would say is just I would use less would be like Seadra without being able to evolve Kingdra. That's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head. Where I'm like, yeah, I'd rather use Seaking 100% of the time. I'll take Seaking over Seadra any day of the week. Although I think it's just because I like Seaking's design more than Seadra's. And I think I remember when I did my Fire Red Leaf Green Nuzlocke, I think I tried to use Seadra for a battle and it just got absolutely fucking obliterated. And then I was just like, yeah, I'm never pulling this thing out again. I don't know, maybe I need to give it a fair chance. Maybe I need to do a casual run with it. That probably improved my liking on it anyway. And how I'll take Seaking over Love-Disc any day. Yeah, Love-Disc is a cute, silly design. But yeah, no, it just does not have the stats. Oh, the Swanna stopped spawning. I'm guessing it's specific to a time of day. I don't know if the static spawns like that actually affect all of the other spawns. I feel like they might not, but could be wrong on that. Not looking for shinies over there. Cool if like a shiny Quagsire or something showed up out of the blue. It has slightly worse than base form starter stats, except for speed with no EVs fairly late. Yeah, I mean, I think Love-Disc would definitely be more appealing if it... Yeah, you could catch it with, like, the good rod. You know, in some of the mid-game areas. I think then it would be more justifiable to use. But yeah, the fact that it has bad stats, doesn't evolve, and is so late into the game is just kind of... It's just kind of a unfortunate combo for it in terms of actual, like, viability. But yeah, like Pokemon generally speaking, yeah, should have better stats. At least ideally. So... I mean, I guess that I see why. You know, sometimes it's fun. Not, I don't know, fun, but like, you can get some interesting, rarer Pokemon that don't necessarily have to be good. And that's why they end up being later game. I mean, I think Delibird kind of applies like a similar logic of later game Pokemon that isn't necessarily good, but feels kind of unique and rare. I think it'd be more of an issue if, like, a lot of Pokemon were doing that, but when there's, like, one of them that does it, I mean, it definitely messes with the viability of using it in a playthrough, but it is at least, I guess, fun for the collection aspect of Pokemon. So... Which, slightly unrelated, but Alomomola is actually pretty damn good. I speak from using it in a Nuzlocke. I was not giving Alomomola enough credit. Loved his Quillfish and Corsola, I like that as well. Yeah, of course, I think Quillfish, once it gets Intimidate in the later gens, then it's decent. Like, I think Quillfish is actually decent enough. Oh, well, Swan is back. Corsola, yeah, on the other hand, is just not quite there. I mean, some of it comes down to move pools as well. Like, I don't know exactly what some of the Pokemon's move pools are. If they get, like, good level up moves and stuff, then they're more justifiable, I think. Crocodile's really popular and really good. I mean, yeah, makes sense. It's a cool Pokemon, and it's good. It works really well into that game's Elite, into, Black and White's Elite Four, which I think also helps. And it's a pretty common Pokemon in the desert. Is, starting to be like the beginning of the mid-game. Give or take, so. I feel like, yeah, sometimes we're just getting, like, that's a lot of stuff over there. That's not Phoebus. We just need one. I don't know. Depending on how long this takes, I don't know how Basculin's gonna go. Because we have to not only set it up, but we have to find a good place to do it. With how Phoebus is going. This is just me being paranoid. Yeah, you're not trying. Okay, I was just checking. I thought it looked slightly differently colored for some reason. Okay. That was pretty popular. It makes sense because it's a dog and it's good. And it's very early in the game. I mean, it is interesting, like, the amount of factors that go into how used and how popular a Pokemon is in each generation. It's kind of fun to think about. I've been at this for 20 minutes with no luck. Spawns have been a little inconsistent, though. Might spend slightly too much time looking around. Do you think Ducklet and Swan are based on the Ugly Duckling at all? I know Ducklet's not ugly, but just did. It's very possible that the story was kind of the inspiration for it, or at least like the naming scheme of it. I have no idea. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Yeah, it is a duck that becomes a swan, huh? Not sure that's how that would work. Oh boy. Yeah, and if we don't get it in this first batch, I don't think we're gonna have time for Basculin tonight, to be honest. I don't want to go spend a bunch of time finding a thing and then setting it up just for it to kind of all go poo. I mean, I can just auto battle a bunch of them, but even that's just like kind of annoying. All-stars are probably in every game, at least ranking top 5, which makes sense. Oh yeah, of course. I mean, that's one of the Pokemon that I think the starters are the things that people get the most connected to, because they get so much time with them. Okay, now I'm just being paranoid. Nah, this is a normal Iskash. The shiny one's like darker, right? Maybe it's less saturated, something like that. And stars are just good. The bad stars are good compared to most Pokemon. Yeah, that definitely helps too. And they they're easy to grind up. They get usually pretty good moves. I mean, there's so many. factors of it all. Been a bit of a dud right now. Now we got 8 minutes. Yeah, the shiny hunting in this event has not been the best. To be fair, I feel like in this game, most of the time, outbreaks are worse for shiny hunting than just doing encounter powers. If you don't have like the fancy boosts from events. Although a lot of the Pokemon here were, I felt, worth trying to shiny hunt anyway, just because they're rarer, more annoying to find. I mean, Feebas and Basculin are like super painful to shiny hunt otherwise in this game. Like this is even the bad ones are significantly better, I feel like. Or at least like the mediocre ones. You know, it's hard to specifically go for the Tatsugiris, the individual ones, as well. I mean, the only thing I didn't really need to go for, probably funny enough, was Veluza. Like, because you know, there's easier ways to go for Veluza. It's like the only psychic Pokemon that spawns on the outer bit of, or just in a lot of bits around, Lake Casaroya. Not in Lake Casaroya though, because you got Slowpoke spawning, but. Yeah, I think that's the only one. I mean, Psyduck's not too bad, but I just am doing that or I plan on doing that because that's just sort of one of my shticks, is getting shiny Psyduck. So. Nidoking is really popular in Kanto. That is true, yes. Cool Pokemon. I get why people like it. Even if in Gen 3 its best poison move that it got by level up was Poison Sting. Want me to share the least used in all games from what I saw? Sure, why not? Sounds like a fun stat. Ah! Shiny Feebas! No. Oh! Okay, sorry, I thought I was about to despawn. I didn't see if it had a title or anything. Oh! Sorry, I was having flashbacks to Veluza. Here, real quick, let's see if they have a title. I'm just curious. No title or anything. That's okay. Whew. Oh man, yeah. I think the Veluza fear came back into me. Yay! Shiny Feebas number 2. It took a little bit to get this, but we got it. That's all that matters. Awesome. Yeah, I think we'll catch this in a quick ball. Given Shiny Milotic is like blue and yellow, like a light blue and a yellow, so pretty straightforward Pokeball type, but you know. Kanto's was Licky Tongue. That makes sense, especially given it was a trade-only Pokemon, I believe. So it was just such a pain to get, and it wasn't that good, even if it has a decent move pool. I mean, I can do a quick check to make sure there's nothing else that I'd rather use. I mean, the Heal Ball, funny enough, does look decent, I feel like, in its own way, but I think the Quick Ball makes the most sense. I mean, I guess I could have just thrown it LMAO. I always forget to do that, just by force of habit. I think I could do like a Moon Ball as well, but I think we'll just do Quick Ball. I think the colors match the best from what I'm seeing. Dodo's was Mr. Mime. I guess I don't recall how you get that, but... And Mr. Mime's pretty good, so I would assume that's more of just a access issue. Ooh, cool. I don't think we have like any time left, yeah. I'm not gonna worry too much about it, about like getting somewhere else. Phoebus. So this is just Feebas in an quick ball. I'm just gonna write this down. Evolve into my Levic. Okay, there's a note for me. So yeah, no, pretty much our goal here is now it's gonna be Basculin, which is gonna be its own nightmare probably. A lot of people being creeped out. Yeah, that also makes sense with Mr. Mime. I was curious, does my timer go down when I'm in menus? Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay. I never actually tested that. Hoen's was Love Disc. Yep, that tracks. I'm just gonna go scare a few of these guys. See if I get some crazy lucky shiny Basculin. And then we'll start resetting for Basculin. I mean, we'll have about a half hour of resetting and setting up before we need to jump into things, so... I think I've already changed my mind. I don't want to do this. The lag. Seeing as was unknown, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, I'm flying elsewhere. For the map resets. You know, it was with Stun Fisk. I'm not that surprised. I mean, I don't think it's even, like, terrible or anything. It's just, it's so late into the game, and a lot of people just don't like its design. I think the thing's funny as hell, but haters be like... Yeah, Black and White 2 was Carnivine. I don't even remember how to get that. Although my Black and White 2 experience is definitely not that massive. Yeah, time to start resetting. Fingers crossed we find this, like, find a good spot in a reasonable amount of time. I will, I guess, keep checking Psyducks just for the hell of it. Phoebus is there again. Oh wait, did it not? It didn't update. Ah! Occasionally it doesn't do that. I was like, wait, wow, Phoebus is in the same spot. So is Basculin. Oh, that's when it hit me. I don't know if it's... I guess it's worth checking for Psyduck, just in case we get it outside of, like, a town that I can immediately despawn, respawn it in. There. This spot right here is really good. This is where the Phoebus was. That one's not a good spot, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, I think we're really looking for the same spot we had yesterday, to be honest. Like, that is by far our best bet. Oop, can't do it that way. Chaos with Carnivine. Was Carnivine Love to Seeking and Quillfish with 0 uses? RIP. Nope. Well. Nah, I don't think so. Some of these I'm like, I probably could make it work, but I'm like, if I got a half hour to get a good setup going, may as well. Alola's was Love to Spin and Alomomola also at 0, RIP. People are sleeping on Alomomola. That's probably not a bad spot, but not anything insane. I could check that spot. I don't think it's going to be good, but I don't know if we've checked this exact area before. Yeah, we are kind of looking for some pretty specific like, spots. I think there's going to be too much spawning else here. Oop, wrong button. Let's see. I mean, hey, it's always worth trying new spots, because you never know. Sometimes they're better than you expect. I mean, the Phoebus was way better than I was expecting when we first found it, so. Gonna be a lot of this. I don't think this works. You know, let's go further away. I think too much is spawning over there for this to work. Oh, the ones in the bottom are unpopular consistently. No, that makes sense. Still think people are underrating a little Momola, but haters gonna hate. Oh yeah, no, we'll try to go for a big or Humongo Power on our sandwich, because that'll make spotting Basculin at least a tiny bit easier. The shiny ones. I mean, I'll be able to see regular. I'll see the Basculin, but shiny ones on the other hand. I mean, maybe it's better than I expect, but kind of doubt it. Okay, yeah, so definitely not going to the Tag Tree Thicket. Just a personal thought. Also, I keep resetting in Blueberry, because that way I can see if Lapras happens to spawn, like, right outside that central area. That's, like, the only excuse I'd have to shiny hunt it, to be honest. Maybe that side I could have been decent. This is where the Phoebus was. The issue is Phoebus is easy to spot as a shiny. Basculin sure as hell isn't. I keep hitting plus to try to get off. That's not how that works. Being dumb. Do a quick vibe check, even though it's stuff. I have to get up early for work tomorrow. Have a good night. Okay, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Good luck sleeping and with work, I guess? Is that? We'll go with that. Good luck sleeping and with work. I think we need better. More for my sanity than for anything else. This spot is like functional, but it's not. It's not good. Well, I botched it. Hang on. That's right. The zoomless camera in this game. The design's so evil, it's been banned in the Geneva Conventions. Ah, Phoebus got. I think that's the good spot. Yeah, that's best. Up to Lapras. A different Basculin. Nope, just like. Yeah, this is gonna be the game we're playing now for a while. Yeah, I mean, if we get a really good Lapras or Psyduck, I'm down to fuck with it, but, you know. Excuse me. Where are they? Oh, okay, just move slightly. Okay, I didn't realize the spot was gonna be laggy as hell. To be fair, it's Kitakami, there's always some lag going on. You think they would have optimized it by now, but no. The solution is just to buy a Switch 2. Okay, I gotta move. I think that's in the spot that doesn't work. Yes, I will keep checking for Psyduck. Just in case we get some sort of god spot. Wait, is this like the exact same spot we were previously at? No, it is not. Oh, it's the Magikarp area. I think you can find level 100 Magikarp over in there. There's a decent bit of them. We gotta do a few picnic resets to see how viable it is. Because sometimes when you fly in, more spawn than when you'd be picnic resetting. Yeah, right now there's too much over there. Like, this isn't terrible. I'm like, do we try to do better? Let's do a couple and just kind of get a count on them. 1, 2. I move slightly. There's things spawning over there. Oh, this is gonna be a nightmare. I have no confidence in my ability to spot shiny Basculin. Even if I was able to do it, I still have no confidence. I think there's too much spawning elsewhere. And some of the angles are too weird. I mean, this isn't that bad. I'm kind of torn. If I commit to it, I have to commit to it. For the night, basically. I guess I don't have to commit to it, and if it comes up again, I take it before I get something better, but this seems pretty damn good. But there's 2 Pokemon spawning there. We also benefit from an area with as flat of lighting as I can get. Because the lighting can make them accidentally look shiny. Because of the fact that they are so similar to their non-shiny form. One, two, three. I'm so torn right now. For 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think we're getting 4, 7. Or, well, I think it's still 12. I think one of them. Okay, fuck it. I think we do it here. I think this is good enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, okay. We're at 20. I mean, it's gonna be a little inconsistent, but okay. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 7, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 2. That one ducklet was trying to say hi to me. 42. I do love all the ducklets. Very cute. Yeah. 42. Three, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 2, 3, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. That's not shiny, is it? I think that's shiny. No, it's definitely shiny. We haven't even gotten a 60 yet. We don't even have a booster on. Ah, oh, it's a female. Damn. We need a male one still. Okay, you know what? I'll take it though. You know, Gyarados. The fact that we found this, but this is just a full 1 in 4,000. Well, it's probably a little bit less than that because we've been over 30, but it's a pretty low odds shiny. I feel like. Yeah, we got no boost on right now. Probably just gonna do a Dusk Ball. I mean, Dusk Ball actually isn't terrible. Well, I think Dusk Ball is probably slightly better. Let me see. Yeah, probably. I think Dusk Ball is the safer option. Cool. Okay, we just need a male one, and then we're happy. I think we stopped at 58. This will be 59, I think. We'll just do a few more. I mean, it's awesome that we got one, though. That was pretty damn lucky. You know what? Slightly makes up for Veluza. It's not a male, but 9, 60. But I do appreciate the kind gesture. What? What? Go to 65. So 6 more. We'll just say. I'll still make the sandwich because the next one there's definitely. I mean, there's always a chance the next one's a female. I mean, it's a 50-50. So. Actually, this is enough. I can just start beating him up. Let me quickly pull up Basculegion. 60, 61, 62. I mean, I did notice that was shiny at the very least. 63. Might be a little harder at night though. 64. 5. Found it one more. Fuck it. 66. Oh, okay, we gotta stop. Oh, okay, I'm hitting every button wrong. Okay. Anyway, I have the shiny male Basculegion up. It's purple and green. Okay. Oh, wait. We'll probably have to fiddle around a little bit with our positioning here. But yeah, we're just gonna make the same thing as we just did yesterday. The large one. Or the Humongo level 3 one. Because it'll hopefully make my life ever so slightly easier. So it's cucumbers, and then 5 rices, a salty, and a sour. We're going for a shiny that has green in it. Did I just put the red pick? Well, red's close to purple, and we're going for a shiny purple Basculegion. So, you know how it be. Close enough. Doesn't matter. I probably could have put that on safely, but oh, I did get the green one. Nice. Okay. So yeah, I have about 45 minutes here. If we don't find anything in about 15-ish minutes, I'll probably reset. No. Fingers crossed, if we get the mail before the end of the night, I'll be very happy because that would just leave shiny Psyduck then, and then we'd be done. Which could take multiple attempts, to be honest, because I'm trying to get the specific title. We'll have to see. Depends how good of an area I get for shiny hunting it as well. Oh. I'm gonna back up slightly. We definitely could get Magikarp spawning behind us that are shiny. But I also don't think I want to keep staring at Magikarp. The spinning around for like 2 Magikarp probably isn't going to be worth it. Just going to make everything take way longer. Also, I have no clue what Pokeball I want to catch Male Basquiat Legion in. It's like a dark purple too, which kind of rules out like the love ball. Like the Dream Ball's probably functional. I did just use the Dusk Ball, which I don't know if I want to use it a second time. It's kind of boring. I mean, hopefully we could find it during the day. That would just make things a little easier on me. I think it'll be a bit harder to notice during the night. I mean, I could be wrong. But, you know, anything that makes my life slightly easier, we want. That's lighting. Yeah, that was lighting. Yeah, that's also a mild concern, is sometimes, yeah, if the sun is shining on them, they look kind of shiny. I do think the Humongo power at least minorly helps. Plus, large shiny Basquiat Legion sounds pretty cool. I don't know how much time we have left in the in-game day. Might be about 11 minutes. Well, no, actually, because I think it's actually tied to real-world time. But the clock is now no longer synced because I was doing the resets. Trying to like min-max my positioning as best I can. And if a shiny does happen to spawn behind me for like Magikarp, if I don't see it, it didn't exist. So. No shot. That's shiny, I think. Isn't it? Is it? It is! Oh my goodness. Of course it's a female. It's not the one we need. I'll take it. It's shiny's a shiny. Yep, 3 I was worried this would start happening is multiple of the same type of shinies in a row. Or same gender in a row. Why can't I make my fish transgender? Well, once again, I did spot it, so that's at least a good sign. I'll try a nest ball, because I was considering that before. Fuck it. I think the Dusk Ball looks better. Just seeing that. Maybe it prefers the Dusk Ball, too. I'm too scared to false swipe it because I didn't save. I know I could just leave and re-enter, but you know how it be. I mean, it's turning night, so... Okay. This is unfortunately burning our timer a bit. But I guess the good news is if I don't find any other shinies, I can reset. Cool. Okay, Basculin was caught. Another female. Okay, we just need a male. One male. That's all I need. Oop. Sorry, buddy. Riolu. I was like, what am I looking at over here? Unfortunately, this is the part of the in-game day where it's a little bit tricky to spot shiny Basculin because the lighting makes all of their fins look a little bit slightly yellow. It's a pretty brief window, at the very least. I mean, that was a pretty fast find. Yeah, I probably should have saved before it, to be honest, but... Oops. I'll save before the next one, assuming we find one. I mean, at this point, given we have one, I'm a little less willing to reset. Even if I don't need it. Pretty sure that's not shiny. Might have to move slightly to the right. Given stuff spawning over there. The lighting on that one is different, but that's not shiny. I hope. No, it's not. Once I could see its side better, I was confident. Okay, that was not a dud one. Might just have to tweak our positioning a little more. I don't know if I'm too close to the Magikarp. Too far from the Basculin. I don't know. Okay, I think I'm just too close to the Magikarp. Let's try this way. Where the fuck did they all go? Tell me we're not getting we're getting like half the amount we were. What the fuck? Where do I need to go? Positionally. Kind of burning my clock a lot, unfortunately. I'm already doubting that. What the fuck? A bit better. Not by much. Yeah, okay. Something's not Go back more this way. Yeah, sometimes it can be finicky. Hold on. If I can't get this soon, this is gonna be awkward as hell. I think that's shiny. I'm pretty sure that's shiny. Please be male if it's shiny. Oh my gosh, it's a female. That's 4 in a row. I mean, it has a title and it's large. So, what the heck? I guess I'll catch it in an Ultra Ball to make it a Basculegion. Ooh, 4 in a row. That's just unlucky, but hopefully it has the fancy title at the very least. From the event. We've only gotten one event title so far. That was like the first thing we got. I think, yeah, we just do this one in an Ultra Ball. I think that looks good. Cool. Yep, four female, no male. Oh, it said there's not many left. That's a little concerning. Fine, is that another shiny or am I going crazy? What the fuck? Male! Okay. Thunderwave. Oh, we found it. Okay, we got what we needed. Dude, that was 2 back-to-back. Oh my gosh, that's so lucky. Oh, took 4 females as the 5th one. We got what we needed. I don't know, the Master Ball goes kind of hard on it. Otherwise, Dream Ball works. Hang on, I think I'm gonna back out for 1 second. Just to get a save in. Okay, it's large, but no title. That's fine. Okay. I think we saved the Master Ball. I'm down to Dream Ball it, I think. I don't have any way of putting it to sleep, though. They look so goofy with their mouths open. Yeah, that was three shinies in 1 damage, and we still have, like, 10 minutes left on it. And I'll just go find the Psyduck outbreak, I guess. Just see if I get lucky. I'm gonna have to do this. I think this might take a few resets. What's this thing's catch rate? Ooh, 25. Let's see. What's my best bet here? We could grab... Let's see what level my Breloom is with Spore. Okay. Yeah, it has a really low catch rate. 3.3% with a full Pokeball. It's a 25 catch rate. The legendaries are a 3 out of 255. This is a 25 out of 255. And I think we're basically using the equivalent of a regular Pokeball. There it is. I got scared for a second. I was like, that's how this works, right? Let's see. Breloom. Okay. Plan B. pull out Darkrai. Okay. Oh, this is a 50% accurate move. Okay, hang on. This doesn't do damage though. Okay, that's a sick animation. I think Bad Dreams is gonna activate, so we'll get a little healing off this. If I'm not mistaken. Or not. Maybe it just says it's tormented. Okay, now the Dream Ball should have a pretty good chance of catching. Boom. Let's go! Okay, we got all of the Basculins. Oh, that also gets rid of my timer. I just remembered. We got 3 of them. I can't complain. Basculin, Western form, they live in frigid seas, forming schools and sharing food amongst themselves. When the time comes, they return to the river where they were born. Oop, not dang it. Yeah, it's okay. Sheesh. I mean, we got some time to spare on this one, too. Dude, that went stupidly well. You know what? Thank you, game. After the pain that Veluza caused, it is genuinely appreciated. Okay, 1 sec. Let's move. Okay, move different controls than ZA. Okay. Real quick. Ferocious. Awesome. Okay, we did get one of them with it. So, Basculin. Defero. I started typing that. Or the rampaging, sorry. Ultra. I'll evolve into Basculegion female. I guess I don't know what I want to do about the first one that we caught that's in an Ultra Ball. I could evolve it. I'll have to see what I feel like. And then Basculin Dream Ball evolve into Basculegion male. And then we have Twin Dusk Balls. Okay, yeah, it took us 5, which on paper was going to be rough, but in this scenario, it would have been a lot worse. See, now I think we're literally just looking for Psyduck with a title for shits and giggles, or with the title that it's supposed to have, which I don't remember off the top of my head, admittedly. I think it's like... It's like the Spacious. That's not right. The Forgetful, maybe? The Sleepy? Hang on. Violet. I think it's like a sushi event is what it's kind of referred to as, but I'm not sure exactly. Sushi Summer Mash Out. Super Sushi Summer Smash Outbreak. Okay, so that was part of it. Okay, just the Mass Outbreak event. Water type Mass Outbreak event. Okay, the sushi was just the like Casseroya stuff. Psyduck the Spacey. Okay, that's what it is. And then Lapras the Scholar is a technical possibility. I'm just like, nah, I'm not that concerned about it, if I'm being real. Oh, that really does make up for Veluza. Yeah, we got about 20-25 minutes to chill. I'll try not to wrap up too late. Just on the off chance, not on the off chance. So I think there's a good chance that I'm getting sick. I think that would be smart. So I guess I shouldn't really commit to anything right now. This might actually not be the worst spot, funny enough. Okay, never mind, there's 3 Psyducks. This is the worst spot. I was hoping nothing would spawn up there, but I'm guessing stuff's spawning up there. Never mind, this is a terrible spot. Oh! Hi! Okay, yeah, we'll save Psyduck for later. What do I want to do then? Because there's not really enough time to shiny hunt. I could just go do a couple Magikarp raids, try to get a couple Herba Mystica. Probably the best thing I can do that's not super in-depth. I mean, I could start coming up with nicknames, but I don't know if I'm in the mood for that. Yeah, I guess we just go fight Magikarp a couple times. Maybe I'll wrap up slightly earlier today. Where is the Magikarp? It's over here, presumably. I can't believe that went as well as it did, I'll be honest. Yeah, so it literally is just now the, Psyduck is the only thing that's on the list. We want the spacey one. However many shinies I have to get for that. And then I guess if I find a really good Lapras spot, I can do that. I could also technically go for Dondozo. But I don't know, I'm not that interested, and also I think it would just be more of a pain than it's worth. I mean, I guess it depends with how Psyduck goes. Because like, if I get Psyduck and I get it in the first Bandwidge, then I might be more willing to consider I might be more willing to consider... Oh, we have Max Dragon Terror. I should probably sell some shards real quick. Then I'd be willing to consider Dondozo or Lapras. Or if I get a really good Lapras spot. I don't think there's any, like, really good Dondozo spots. Just areas that are less laggy than others. So... yeah, I mean, so yeah, we didn't get, like, a ton of the fancy titles. We got 2. One of which is on Basket Legion, which is really sick, and the other was on Tatsugiri, which is not bad at all. I really can't complain. We're gonna be doing more of these, potentially. I'll sell a few more of those. Hopefully that was the only one I was capped on. Probably the other ones I'm close to capped on. Don't know where they all come from. I'm not even doing that many fucking raids. That's a lot of money. For putting in, like, no effort. Anyway, and then at some point, yeah, we'll have to evolve the shiny Feebas and Slowpoke into Slowking in my Lodic. That's not like a hard thing, it's just a little inconvenience thing. They either have to do it online or my girlfriend Switch. Either works. Ooh, excuse me. So, we'll have to see. I might only do this one raid, to be honest. If I do get sick, there's a decent chance that I'm not going to want to do much. So I might end up doing Magikarp raid grinding then. But that's only if I do get sick. Or if it's a cold that sort of gets in the way of life. Because it could end up being a mild one for all I know. We'll see. Once again, I don't need to count my chickens before they hatch. So. Yeah, my voice is definitely a little bit tired. Not as bad as it was when I was doing ZA and I was getting sick. But that one I was also doing a bunch of funny voices and stuff, which I think led to it getting really tired out. So, I don't know, I'm definitely leaning toward I'm going to be sick, unfortunately. But who knows? Maybe I'm psyching myself out. I'm hoping I'm psyching myself out. Because being sick is not fun. In case you didn't know. Well, hey, I guess it's technically better it's now than in like 2 weeks, because on the August 15th, my girlfriend and I are planning on going to a art show, so. It feels like it's going down faster than it should be. Yeah, no, it really is just, I mean, we've gotten all the new shinies that we didn't previously have. So, I mean, that makes me pretty happy. We got the Tatsugiris, the Phoebus, the Slowpoke, the Veluza, and Dustin, yeah. The only things we haven't gotten are, as I said, Lapras and Dondozo, which I already have shinies of, so I'm not that concerned about getting them as shinies. I mean, if it works out, maybe I'll try to get one with the title, but not a huge priority. Especially if it would just be the chance of getting the title, even I wouldn't, like, hard commit to it. Hell, I'd probably be tempted to just use the Blueberry Academy food, which wouldn't even give me the title boost. Although there is a title boosting one, but that doesn't do shiny odds. And yeah, I don't see a need to like go out of my way to catch the titled ones just as non-shinies. Because they're titles you can just normally get. They're not like exclusive event titles or anything. It's just sort of a way to get fancy titles on Pokemon, but if we're going to have shinies of all of them, that is just going to take priority. I mean, it's cool to have the titles, but it's just not that exciting. And none of the titles I'm like, wow, that's an amazing title, you know? Phoebus the Arrogant is kind of funny, not gonna lie. Psyduck the Spacey, we're gonna go for the shiny one. Slowpoke the Daydreamer, I mean, it's cute. Basculin the Rampaging is fine. Lapras the Scholar is fine. Tatsugiri the Opportunist is whatever. Dondozo the Rowdy is kind of whatever. Veluza the Rampaging is whatever. I mean, I guess I could consider trying to get a titled Phoebus and Slowpoke for shits and giggles that are, you know, have the event title. And then I can just transfer them over to Violet. Just to have them for the fun of it. But that'd be the only one I consider. I guess it'll kind of depend on how long it takes me to find the shiny Psyduck in the next stream, I figure. Okay, Magikarp's super easy. If I do get sick, I would not be surprised if I do a bunch of these off stream. I would write down, at the very least, what I get most likely. Because I have a thing in my spreadsheet for that exact thing, because I did a bunch of Terra raids when I got sick previously, so it's just sort of something to do. So. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll call it here slightly early, just to try to make sure I get to sleep. So, yeah, I'm happy with how things turned out today. We got, what, 4 shiny Basculin and a shiny Feebas within a pretty reasonable amount of time. All things considered, like, I don't think I could have asked for it to have gone much better. It really does make up for the whole Veluza shit yesterday. That was a nightmare. So, for what it's worth, I appreciate it, game. Thank you. I love you. Smoochy, smoochy. Okay, well, we're gonna wrap up here for tonight. So, yeah. Next time we get back to Scarlet, hopefully tomorrow, but it might be in like a week for all I know, depending on if I get sick or not. We'll go for Psyduck, shiny Psyduck with a title. And then I'll pretty much be done with this event. So, yeah, that'll wrap things up here, though. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll be streaming again, hopefully tomorrow. If I'm there, if I see it, I don't know how to do the outro with a uncertainty. If I'm there, watch it. I don't know. Bye.